I'm going to have to hold this mic in my hand like this because, well, I'm wearing this big ass t-shirt and there's hardly anywhere I can place this mic. Or maybe I should. I have a pen here. I'll probably just clip it onto this pen so it looks more demure. That's what I'll do. Okay. I think it looks better like this. Okay. I think it looks better like this. Does this look good? Does this look demure? Whatever. Hi, good life family. What's good? And welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's your girl Mimi Nasike with a new movie review on your screen today. If you are seeing this face for the very first time, do well to not make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button to join the family. Click on the bell icon that pops up to get notified whenever I put out new and amazing content like this. On this channel, I make insightful movie reviews and wonderful story times and other fun content. So if that sounds like your vibe, please join the family. And yeah, let's get into the main matters of today. Today, I am going to be reviewing the movie Beneath the Facade, currently showing on Bolaji Ogunmola TV here on YouTube. This particular movie is directed by Great Valentine Edochie and is currently showing on Bolaji Ogunmola TV. It stars notable faces like the popping skin, hot banging body Teniola Aledeshe, the sweet chocolate candy Dike, the beautiful and ever gorgeous Bolaji Ogunmola, and of course, Great Valentine Edochie himself, and some other talented actors that I haven't seen enough on my screen to have their names off the top of my head. Beneath the Facade follows the story of a religious couple whose seemingly perfect marriage is tested when the wife discovers a big secret her husband has kept from her. Struggling with commitment to their marital vows as well as family and societal pressures surrounding marriage, Shalakpe grapples with feelings of betrayal and confusion. This film explores the emotional turmoil and societal pressures surrounding intimacy and marriage as the couple navigates their challenges together, all the while learning about love, trust, and the importance of open communication in their relationship. You know the crazy thing about this movie, like there's like a whole lot of emotions that was being played at, like a lot of emotions that were expressed in this movie or depicted in this movie rather, that I resonate very well with. The fact that Ima was trying to gaslight Shalape into thinking that she was the problem in their marriage, whereas he knew that, like the crazy thing about this movie is that it wasn't bad enough that Ima was the main problem in the marriage, was the main problem as far as their intimate life as a couple was concerned. It wasn't bad enough that he was the problem. Now, the fact that he didn't even feel the need to communicate to his wife exactly what was wrong and still felt the need to gaslight her into feeling like she was the problem is really crazy, because there's like a lot of people out there gaslighting people into thinking that there's something wrong with them, whereas they know that they're the problem. He has issues that he hasn't, like attended to yet. And you're out there trying to gaslight somebody's daughter to make her feel like there's something wrong with her wanting her husband, whereas you are hiding a cockroach and skeleton in your cupboard. I mean, make it make sense. I cannot overemphasize how much of a wonderful actor or actress Bolaji Ogunmola is. I can't even lie. Like, I'm yet to see a role that she wouldn't fit into perfectly and like nail her role perfectly. The way she played the big sister role in this particular movie, like I was really some when I heard that a movie was out on Bolaji Ogunmola TV, I thought she was going to be like the main star. I thought she was going to be like the main character in the movie, but then she wasn't. And then she played the role of the other sister of Ima in this particular movie. Her name was Inem, and you guys, Bolaji came with her A game as per usual. Like Bolaji is like one of my favorite actresses as far as this whole YouTube Nollywood movie space is concerned. I like her a lot, from her acting to the kind of movies that she produces. There are some actors here where you watch their movies because you like them. Probably maybe you follow them on social media, you follow them on Instagram, you like their personality in real life, and because of the way you like them, you don't have a choice but to like their movies, the movies that they make. But then there's some actors that you fall in love with them when you see their work, when you see their talents. It just makes you to love them naturally. Like Bolaji Ogunmola is one person that I know I like her because of how talented she is, right? When she comes into like making a movie, I love how she always brings her A game, and it's not just limited to her acting. Even the movies, like the story, the direction, like sourcing for like like getting a good director to direct these particular movies. Not everybody can do that. I just feel like I can't stop commending her. Balaji knows her onions as far as movie making is concerned, and then she still acts so well. I mean, also, I can't be the only one that is starting to feel like Esodike plays the church boy role or church lover boy role too well. Hey, that might just be how he is in real life. It's not like it's a bad thing, but like I've seen him play like the romantic role in like a couple of movies, and I think he does good. But then whenever it comes to this church scene, I think I've seen this movie should make it the third movie that I've seen him in this church boy ish kind of role. And I think he does it so well. Like starting from like the beginning part of this movie when he came as like a church boy to approach Sholape to start talking to her, he was just such a church boy. I don't know if it's like his acting prowess, if it is, his ability to act and embody the characters that he's portraying. I don't know if that is it, or he just has this thing. There's just this church boy thing about him. Like whenever I see him playing the church boy role, there's this movie that he produced, his own particular movie. I think it's called Now and Always or Now and Forever, something like that. That he acted with, I think, Inim King. When he finally became a church boy, he was so church boyish, like. And there was also another movie that he acted. I can't remember the title of that movie, and I saw it early last year that he played a church boy role, and I just feel like he plays that church lover boy role so well. It's really commendable, and the way he brought like this particular character in a Ima in this movie to life is so commendable. Main takes from this particular movie, right? I feel like it was quite apparent that a lot of the problems they faced in their lives was the fact that Ima had a communication problem. I don't know how Shalape did not notice this on time. Or like people that don't communicate a lot, people that don't talk about things a lot, they most at times come off as unproblematic. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like people that don't talk, like something can be bothering them and they don't say anything. Sometimes it's like they're unproblematic, but then it could also just be that they have a communication problem that people are yet to realize that they do. Like Ima in this particular movie, the simple things that you should talk about, you're not talking about. What is your problem? I mean, like, take for instance the time that he was supposed to go have that surgery done. I'm trying as much as I possibly cannot spoil the movie for people who haven't watched it. So you could go watch it and then come and share your opinion about the movie here. And then please, if you have seen the movie, please do well to share your opinion about the movie in the comment section. Let's interact in the comment section, right? Let's interact in the comment section. I'll be in the comment section replying to your comments about this particular movie. So please, if you've seen the movie, do well to drop your comments and your own opinions about this particular movie. Let's share thoughts in the comment section, right? Back to what I was saying. The time that Ima wanted to go get that surgery done, but like the fact that he felt that he had a bright idea to write his wife a note. How stupid can anybody be? Like, how stupid can anybody just deliberately decide to be? It was so annoying. You know why I say it was so annoying? Because like came off to me in this particular movie as this kind of very calm person. Because in as much as he hurt her, he still respected their marital vows and the love that she has for him as a person. And she came back. That means this person is ready to stand with you through thick and thin, right? So why can't you talk? Like, open your mouth and talk. What is your problem? You wrote her a note telling her that you're going to have a surgery, and you know she was mad at you, and she's most likely not going to read it, right? I just feel like this kind of thing is something you should have even told her prior, like told her earlier. You all have come together and discussed properly, talk about it as a family. I just feel like the whole discussion of like coming together to talk about like the whole preparation to go into surgery would have actually helped to start to soften the ground between the both of them, because he had really messed up big time and she was still trying to forgive you. Only for you to be going for a major surgery, like an important surgery like that, and you send her a note. How do you know she saw it? How do you know she read it? And then he went up to the hospital like that, just like that. She didn't even. I was so pissed at him in this particular point, and I was pissed at Inem's husband in this particular movie, because you know the kind of person this man is. He told you his wife isn't going to be coming for his surgery. You know the kind of person this your brother-in-law is, and you know that he has communication issues. What I expected is that he should have called called Shalakwe and been like, do you know your husband is going to do this? Do you know your husband is going to do that? Because you and your wife already have your nose in her relationship, so you might as well just continue, right? You and your wife already have your nose actively involved in their relationship. So what do you now holding back that information and not like telling her or like coming to ask her why she's not going to be available, why she's not going to be around for the surgery? Why? Like why? Is he? I want to understand. Was he trying to feel like he wasn't trying to be nosy, or maybe he was trying to be like loyal to his friend and brother-in-law Ima by not like telling his business when he doesn't want to tell his business? Like, it's just crazy. Don't even get me started with how Bolaji in this particular movie, her role as Inem, she was such a typical husband's elder sister. She was such a typical elder sister. One, you know the way elder sisters like to shout at everybody, like they know everything and everybody around them know nothing. That's just how she behaved. You know when she walked in on Ima discussing with her husband about the issue that he was having in the movie in his life. The way she said, like, she was so insensitive. It's crazy. Like, I think her major problems in this movie is number one, she was such a typical elder sister. This kind of, you feel like you know what you're doing and every other person doesn't know what they're doing. You're the one that knows everything. Every other person is silly, right? Always wanting to scold everybody into having sense. It was so annoying. Number two, she was really insensitive. her manner of approach was always wrong every single time. Like the way she chose to word her, her opinions, her feelings always came off as insensitive. And that kind of thing you just make people to shy away from telling you stuff. That's like one thing that a lot of people don't realize. When you're like this kind of person that you feel like you always feel the need to scold everybody about everything, it just makes people to generally shy away from wanting to tell you things. So I can actually understand why her brother did not feel the need to confide in her about this particular issue. Also, considering the fact that she was also a woman, that would have also been like a contributing factor, but mainly because of her attitude. Somebody is talking about a life threatening problem that he's having, and what you want to do right now is start scolding him. I mean, like, sister, come on. Even if you must do that, not right now. He's literally going through stuff. And then you're coming to come and scold him. And don't even get me started on when she went to address Sholape in Sholape's sister's house. That's Desola's house. I mean, she was being such a typical husband sister in this particular part. I can't even lie. You know the way husband sisters or husband siblings who always want you to tolerate their brother, this and that. This kind of saying of like, if you're having an issue with your husband and you go to report his family, you're wasting your precious time because they always speak his side. That is in him. That is literally in him in this movie. Because couple the fact that she didn't even know the whole story. But from the little one that she knew, the thing she came to come and tell Sholape in her sister's house, how was that supposed to help the situation in any way? Considering the fact that you're a woman and you should know better. You should be able to resonate better with her feelings. She just came and she was all just so judgmental and also joining to even gaslight her more. I mean, I think one thing that is common with all of the siblings, both her and her brother, is the fact that they're very good at gaslighting people. Because tell me why your brother lied to his wife for years about something, and she finds out and she has every single right to be upset. And then even if you want to talk her back into like going back, because sometimes like things like this, you don't actually have to leave your home for stuff like this because this is a treatable issue. I know that the hurt that comes from knowing that you were betrayed and lied to for a while, it could really be very annoying. It could be very heartbreaking. It could lead to, like this kind of feeling of wanting to withdraw from this particular person. But then it's not up to the extent of leaving him like that, right? You could feel hurt, but he's still your husband at the end of the day. No matter how you want to look at it, if you want to get a divorce. But then if you don't want to get a divorce, why are you still married to him and then you're not going to be by his side at this particular crucial moment? That's just how I felt. There could have been like a better way she could have spoken to Sholape, considering that her brother was the one who wronged this woman, number one. Number two, she's a woman like you. Number three, she's hot for crying out loud. You came in there, like her manner of approach when talking to Shalape about going back to her husband, how her brother is a spec, yada yada yada. I was like, oh my god, please now, sister, please, take it easy. Like, are you crazy? I love the part where Shalape said something during her therapy section, during this their therapy section. I love that part where she said she had been a passive participant in her marriage. I was just like, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. Being passive. Like a lot of people end up moving to the passive side in life because you don't want to come off as problematic. Like people that don't want to, like, they can see someone doing what is wrong. They can see something that like they're not comfortable with. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to speak out. They don't want to complain. Just let it be, like whatever will be, will be. That habit or that attitude of being passive because you don't want to come off as problematic, that is a very big problem. Because now imagine somebody like her that is very passive with a husband like Ima that doesn't know how to communicate. You see the crazy combination. I mean, like, you see how crazy that combination is. The fact that Ima was actually able to hide this particular information about herself for such a long time, it really says a lot about like how passive his wife actually was. Because tell me how you and your husband haven't been intimate in 3 years. You guys are married for. Let me just calm down. You and your husband haven't had sex in 3 years. How? You can't. You didn't ask him questions. You just calm. If you come, you do like this. He will say, "No, stop. You will stop. You will go because you don't want to cause wahala. You don't want to be the person that likes to talk. You don't want to be a nagging wife. It's not like year one is even too much. 6 months into year one, hello, it's time to call him and be like, Oga, come, let us discuss what is going on. Because what do you mean? Like, is this not my conjugal right as your wife? What's happening here? Let's know on time. Let us know the thing that's happening so that we can know how to start tackling. Do you understand? She failed to realize that like marriage, aside from support your wife, don't support your wife, this one, that one in marriage. When you get married to a person, yeah, you automatically are like there's an automatic burden of a responsibility towards a particular person that is just placed on your shoulders for the both parties, not just for the wife alone. Do you know that it would have been a different story, a different ball game altogether if she had allowed this to continue for several years, right? And it got to the particular point where he couldn't do the surgery anymore, or he got to like a very critical stage where he would end up being permanently impotent. She would blame herself because when you're somebody's wife, when you're somebody, I, I just feel like, in fact, in general, once you encounter a person, right? Once you encounter a person and you have any reasons to have like a relationship with this particular person, you automatically have a responsibility towards that person. There's something you owe that person, some form of obligation to look out for them in one way or the other. You cannot be a wife to somebody and your husband is behaving this particular way, in as much as he was also stupid for not prioritizing his own health. But then that's why you guys are like, you people are supposed to be one. You're supposed to have his back as much as he's supposed to have yours. I just feel like she actually didn't do well in that aspect of leaving him for that long. Because it's not normal. That is not normal behavior. For you to have a wife as hot as that, that's by the way, but you get what I mean. For you to have a wife, and 1 year came and okay, 1 year came and went. Okay, let's say you're waiting upon the Lord to give you a signal, to give you a go ahead, to finally, get busy. 1 year, you didn't get that signal. The second year, you didn't get the signal. The third year, and this year is probably the fourth year, you didn't still get the signal. And you the wife, you feel like there's some divine intervention he's waiting for before he'll finally get down and do what he's supposed to do as your husband. I mean, sister, why? I started watching this movie and I heard it's been 3 years. Remember, I was like wondering, like, as his wife, what have you been doing? Like, you don't feel the need to press him, maybe talk to him, or get to the point where you talk to his family because his sister and the husband were practically another member. Like, it's as if you guys were like in a kind of marriage where you people are four. Everything that goes on here, they know. So he might have as well just told them. If it wasn't for like her sister that now made her to like to get up and be active in your marriage, demand for what you want. This is what you want from your husband. Be bold enough to come out and speak. Stop just relaxing and God is not going to come down from heaven and come and tell your husband, Unga, lie down on the bed. You lie down. Unga, come out the trouser. You come out the skirt. I mean, issues that you don't address, problems that you don't address will haunt you down. And that's one thing that people need to know. Don't be scared to demand for what you want. It is your right. You are his wife. If you didn't want to do it, he will not marry you. Mm. And also demand. So. It was so annoying. When he sent her that message, when he wrote her that note and slid it like under her door, I was just so pissed because what's this rubbish? I mean, talk. Open your mouth and talk. You're not a baby now, for crying out loud. Open your mouth and actually talk. Right? I love this film. I love this movie a lot because it made me feel a lot of things. There are some movies that I watch and they are just really boring. Right? Not like there might be like some interesting romantic scenes, but like the movie itself in general is boring because like it's just I know what to expect. But this particular movie, it was educating, it was insightful, it was entertaining, right? You just want to follow up from the first scene. That first scene where she was sleeping and doing that thing she was doing on the couch. Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. And then he woke up and he was like, "What are you doing?" I mean, I was like, I want to get to the bottom of this. That things like that in movies that just make you want to sit down and watch. Shalapi was really the quiet one in her family because her sister, Were, real weary. Like, because what was the craziness all about? See, I just feel like, do you know what I like? I like about Shalapi that despite the fact that she had her own faults too in this whole issue between her and her husband, despite that she was passive, I love that when she was taking advice from her sister Desola, she was able to filter what was coming from her sister and apply the one that she knows would work in her own setting. A lot of people don't know how to filter advice, and that is a very big problem. You know how they say if two people are having an issue, the first person to come and report is most likely the person that they will favor. You know why? Because the person painted the whole picture in a way that is favorable to them. And most of the time, it's not deliberate, right? If you're going to narrate a story about how a person makes you feel, the way you will narrate it would most likely buy the other person that you're narrating the story to your side, because you gave them an emotional picture, a physical, mental, and emotional picture of how everything is. So they are most likely going to resonate emotionally with you on the issues, and they will advise you based on how you're feeling, not based on the general painting of the picture. So if somebody now gives you an advice based on what you've told the particular person, it is now left to you that knows the full picture, you that knows how everything happened, to filter the advice and narrow it down to what would work for you in your own life. I love how, despite how Desola came with her own crazy, weary attitude and was just telling her, I would do this, do that, this one, that one. I don't take nonsense from men. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She herself, she knows that this is my husband. I don't have another one. No, the streets are not nice. If I leave this one, could be the fact that he's a nice guy. He really, aside from this lie and secret that he has been keeping, he hasn't like given her any problems, or he hasn't done anything bad to her. He's a nice guy. This is just like the only thing that he has done wrong. In as much as it's a big problem, it's a big deal, because you shouldn't have kept it from her in the first place. You all dated for, I think he said they dated for 2 years or whatnot. Keeping it from her was a bad, bad, bad. But you still also consider, like, you cannot just throw him away because he made that mistake. Now it could have been anybody. Couple with the fact that things like that, I don't think that things like that are really, really like easy for people to come out and discuss about, right? Especially for men. And this is like something that makes him feel less of a man, sort of, considering that he also knew that he had a cure. He was just trying to warm up to like the mental space of going for treatment, right? Going to rectify the problem. So that kind of thing will not really be easy for him to talk about. I love that Shalakwe was a kind person. She was calm, she was kind, in as much as she was angry. I love that she did not let her anger get the better of her, because there are times that you do things and you act out of anger. Like her sister was really erratic. I can't even lie. Maybe because she wasn't married yet, she might not really understand like the whole feelings of when you get married to a person. There's this kind of, I won't take shit, I won't take shit, I don't take shit, I don't take trash. You will take trash. Her sister, that is an unmarried young lady, is most likely still in her I don't take trash era. But then you that you're in the marriage, you know as they be, you will take trash, because you yourself, you also know that he also takes some of your own trash. So you should be able to take some of his own trash. Her sister helped to ginger her, because Shalape was really annoying me. Like, you just go and lie down, you are crying. When you finish crying, what is the way forward? I love that she had people in her life that were ready to like bring her into like the light of what to do, give her direction, and also how she was able to filter all of the advice she was getting from outside to suit her own personal situation. She wasn't just following advice blindly, because if the tables were to be turned and if it were to be reversed and the reverse were to be the case, and she was one struggling with that issue, she would really love and appreciate it more, and even love him more for staying with her despite the fact that she lied. Because at the end of the day, you just be feeling like, I cannot do this to anybody. I cannot. You don't know what you will do if you're not in a person's shoes. You can't really say, right? You can't exactly say for sure what you do until when you find yourself in the shoes of that person, because you might feel like, oh, I know myself, I know what I can do, I know what I cannot. You don't know yourself like that. I promise you. The only person that knows you in and out, inside and outside, is God. Even you yourself, you don't know yourself, because there are certain times that things would happen to you, and your reaction, you'll be like, oh my God, is this me? That's the same way you can't really know how the shoe hurts except you're the one wearing it. It might be like everybody, because I saw people in the conversation starting, oh, he should have told her, he should have this, he should have that, he should have, and as much as I totally agree that he should have told her, that's the right thing to do. He should have told her from the start. And if he had even told her earlier, they would have tackled the issue earlier. He said he needed to get into like the emotional frame of mind where he's actually ready to tackle the issue, because he was probably scared. If he had told her from like the time that they were still like in a relationship, they'd have done it since, and he would have probably used medication, because he ended up having to do like a surgery, which would have been avoided if he had tackled the issue earlier. That is just the importance of sharing your problems with people around you, especially people that care for you genuinely, because she's your wife. She's about to get married to you. Definitely she didn't love you and care about you that much, you all will not be, together here like that, right? I really love and commend how calm and kind Sholakwe was as a person, because some other person wouldn't have taken it. Some other person would have left the man, and it would have really hurt him like a lot. In as much as he has messed up, in as much as he has, but then you don't know when you yourself you will fall. Like, learn to be kind to each other, be responsible for each other. Somebody might be going through stuff, somebody might do something that's really bad. Then before you now want to react and go crazy on the person and just treat the person badly or treat the person in a way that you feel like is commensurate with their actions, consider that we're all human beings. Anybody can make a mistake, right? It could have been you, it could have been her in his shoes. And she would also love and appreciate if he had done for her what she did for him. It just boils down to having love for God, above all things, love for God. Because if you love God, it moves you to do right by people. You know that he has messed up, he did something really wrong. But then you still think about it and remember that he's a human being. Anybody could have made this mistake. You don't automatically just disqualify him and just jump out and be like, you don't take shit, you don't take. When you don't take shit and you jump out and go back to the wicked street and let boys be doing you anyhow. I'm not saying that because okay, somebody is married and people should carry the mindset of okay, your husband is not anywhere and because of that you should take trash. But like considering that the man was not a bad person generally, he just made a mistake. And considering that the issue was even solvable, it wasn't a permanent problem, it was curable, right? It wasn't something like it was something like okay, if it was a permanent issue now and he decided that he didn't want to tell her and he brought her into the marriage to come and suffer with him for the rest of her life, that one will say okay, that was wicked. But this one, there was a cure. It's just that that lack of ability to communicate to people properly was probably what was holding him down. And God probably knew that this is the kind of person this man is, and this is the kind of wife that will most likely be able to take care of him and his issues. And she will also have some faults and flaws in her own life that he would also be able to help her through. That's basically the idea of like couples and like being together, right? It's not everybody wanting to claim rights at their own time. I'm right because I'm right. That means I have to pack my bag and go. You will not pack your bag and go. You will come back and come and sit down here because that's not how they used to do the marriage something, right? Overall, I'll say I love the notable lessons that this particular movie was able to teach. I love entertainment that comes with enlightenment, right? I know that if you've seen this movie, you would have most likely, if you've seen this movie and you're like a deep watcher, like you don't just watch a movie on a surface level, you love to pay attention to detail, you love to learn from a movie, you love to take, key information back with you from watching a movie. You would have been able to learn one or two things. It might be a good thing or a bad thing, but you've learned something. I love the life lessons that this movie was able to teach to the audience. I love the overall direction of the movie. I cannot even go away without commending Grace Val Edochie. He's a good director. I saw someone comment something about the movie in the comment section of the movie where if you see a movie that was directed by Grace Val, you just know the guy is good. He knows his onions in directing of movie. I also love the warm theme of this particular movie. I feel like this movie is like a contemporary drama. I think that's what you call it. That's what it's called. It has to be a contemporary drama. So if you're a fan of contemporary drama, slice of life kind of movies where it shows like modern day challenges and how people are able to navigate through, real life issues, real life challenges as opposed to just purely being entertainment. If you love educational movies, movies that feel real, movies that you're able to resonate well with because of the kind of realism that can be felt and sensed in those movies, this movie is going to most likely be your cup of tea. I love the warm theme of this particular movie. I love the slice of life vibe, how it brought in normal everyday challenges and just put it into a film and was able to depict it in such a way that it was entertaining all the while educating and enlightening. Very, very commendable. I love how the movie went straight to the point, not too much unnecessary drama on the side. Same way the movie wasn't too quiet. Overall, I'll rate this movie in okay 8.5. I wanted to say 9 so bad, but then I don't want it to be like I'm biased because I like Bolaji. But then the reason why I like Bolaji is because of her movies. Not like I'm not a sister on her. Like I don't know her personally, right? I love her because of her movies. I love that she's a good actor. I love that she makes wonderful movies. I love that she knows how to put a good team together. Not everybody can do that. But I give the movie an 8.5, approximately 9, but you get my point. 8.5 over 10, because for the category of contemporary drama that it falls into, they did so well. A movie that doesn't have too much noise, a movie that's like really balanced, the visual concept is on point. Everybody knew their roles to the T, and there was lessons to take home from the movie. I mean, it could easily pass for a 10 over 10 movie, but then 10 over 10 is not it. Nobody can be 10 over 10. Only God is 10 over 10. So let's just give it 8.5, right? And that brings us to the end of this particular video. If you found this review interesting and you enjoyed watching this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel and join the family. Leave your comments in the comment section. Share this with people that you feel might be interested in watching movie reviews like this. Just basically engage on this video, right? It really does help to push my videos to other people like you that might enjoy watching this, and it just helps They give me ginger in simple terms. So please show some appreciation for this video if you enjoyed it by clicking subscribe button to join the family. Click on the bell icon to get notified whenever I put out new and amazing content like this. And until I come again to your screen, I remain your girl, Mimi Nasike. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all dearly, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.